The mother of Jamie Bulger has said that his killer is back where he belongs. Jon Venables has been recalled to prison 9 years after being controversially released with a whole new identity. It's not known why he's back in jail, and the Justice Secretary has rejected calls to tell the public. Sky's Mike McCarthy following events in Liverpool outside the shopping centre where Jamie was kidnapped. Mike, tell us more.
Yes, Jeremy, what you said there about Denise Fergus, James Bulger's mother, is a sentiment that's been really reflected around Merseyside. Certainly the people that we've been speaking to in Bootle today have said that they have little sympathy or support for Jon Venables. Quite the contrary, a lot of disgust from people here that he was released in the first place, let alone that he's committed some kind of misdemeanour that's led to his return. So I think it's fair to say not just here, close to where James Bulger was kidnapped and murdered, but around the county there has been an almost universal sense of disgust. They remain among the most haunting images of our generation. 2-year-old James Bulger being led to his truly gruesome death. His family have had to live with the release of his killers, Jon Venables and Robert Thompson, and now the knowledge that one of them breached the terms of that release. On her Twitter page, James Bulger's mother, Denise Fergus, says she would like to let everyone know Jon Venables is where he belongs tonight, behind bars. She asks, "Is this my son's justice?" It may have happened 17 years ago, but Merseyside has certainly not forgotten. Nor is it prepared to stay in the dark about why Jon Venables is back behind bars. Local newspapers have fought a vigorous campaign against the secrecy surrounding Venables and Thompson. They argue that it has to stop.
I think it's going to seriously shake public confidence in the way the justice system operates, because you appreciate sometimes there has to be a degree of secrecy in the public interest, but sometimes the rights of the individual are perhaps being allowed here to outweigh the public interest. There's a huge amount of public concern and people do need to know this information.
Robert Thompson was always regarded by the police as the one who led Jon Venables astray, and on Merseyside there's surprise about the one who's crossed the line.
I think out of the two boys, Venables the one who I thought would have stayed out of trouble. But what we don't know from the statement that's been released is really the reason why. Has Venables breached the conditions of his parole by coming here to Merseyside, making contact with people, not reporting, or has he been arrested for some criminal offence?
The 10-year-old boys who became the youngest suspects of the 20th century to be charged with murder are now 27-year-old men. They have been granted anonymity for life. The lawyer who acted for Venables insists that the sentences are never-ending.
This is the thing about it. I've always said that these boys might be at liberty, but they'll never be free, is an expression I've always used. For the simple reason, he's had to live a lie since the moment he's been out to piece together for the purpose of future relationships. If he's asked, where did you go on your holidays when you were 14? This kind of thing. So there's a permanent lie. So he's had to piece together his past, and it's a very, very difficult task.
They have a new identity now and are no longer Thompson and Venables. But such is the enduring public revulsion and curiosity that they will forever live under the shadow of knowing that their anonymity is never completely guaranteed.
Mike, what could have triggered the move to send Venables back to jail?
Well, under the terms of his release, he could have been recalled on licence at any time for the rest of his life for a variety of reasons. The first would be if he'd committed another criminal offence or series of minor offences. For example, Jon Venables was not allowed to return to Merseyside without prior consent, nor was he allowed to contact the family of James Bulger. Now, we don't know which of those reasons, if any, led to his return to prison, and the Justice Secretary, Jack Straw, said it was right not to divulge that information.
There's always a careful balance that has to be maintained here. I have no interest at all in withholding information gratuitously or unnecessarily. But there are good reasons at the moment to withhold this information, and that is genuinely in the public interest. So I fully understand the frustration that people feel.
Is that decision ever like to be changed? Are we ever likely to hear the reasons behind it?
Well, Jeremy, whatever Jack Straw may have said, the Home Secretary, Alan Johnson, has also been speaking about this today. And in his comments, he said that the public had a right to know and that in due course the facts would be known.